I'm Dan Corbett from BlackIron Group. Quick note before we get into this. This is part of our Salesforce Maps series. Salesforce, all they want to talk about is AI. We'd rather show you something that moves the needle today. So let's get into it. Everything so far has been accounts that are already in your CRM. This last one is where it gets interesting. Finding new prospects is hard. Some teams have whole inside sales groups doing nothing but that. But emails and cold calls only get you so far. What if you could just stop by and talk? Hand them some literature, a business card, a dozen donuts. That's worth 1,000 emails. And Maps helps you find those needles in the stack of needles. So let's get into it. Before I turn this on, I want to say something, because this is part that is genuinely interesting. Every other clip in this series has been about the accounts already in your Salesforce org, customers you know, relationships you have. This is quantitatively different. What I'm about to show you comes included with your map subscription, and I don't know any other mapping tool out there that does anything like this. This is a data layer. It's built over United States revenue data. And what I've done is tell it to show me every trucking and logistics company in this territory doing over $12 million in revenue. I picked industry codes, set the revenue floor, and found them. Companies I've never called, never emailed, never heard of, and they're sitting right inside of my territory. And these are net new prospects, color-coded by revenue size, plotted right on top of the same territory I've been working all week. And here's the thing about prospecting. Cold calls get ignored, emails go to spam, but if I'm already driving past someone's yard on my way to an existing account, stopping in with a business card and a box of bagels is worth 1,000 of those emails. One face-to-face changes everything, and Maps told me exactly who's there on my way. Here's a good example. Look at all these people living down in northern New Jersey. All those green dots, and none of them are my customers. I didn't even know these companies existed until I built this layer, and they've been sitting in my territory the whole time. Now, if I'm a sales manager looking at this map, I'm assigning somebody to work through these tomorrow morning, because there's real money here that nobody's ever bothered to look at. I click on this one and it shows me Quantum Moving and Storage, $13.8 million, and they're right there, a transportation and warehousing company in my backyard, and I've never been there. Now they're here on my radar, and I could drop by on today's route and push them into Salesforce as a lead right now from this screen if I want to. Here's what I want you to take away from this clip, because I think it's the very thing that changes how you think about maps. Every other clip in this series has been about taking care of what you already have, and that matters. But this is how you grow. A prospect database filtered to your industry and your revenue range, plotted right on top of your existing territory, and it comes with your subscription. Not a whole lot of people are talking about this feature. We do, because we've seen what happens when sales teams use them. Prospects you didn't even know existed, right on the same map as your existing territory. In the next clip, we pull all of that together and we build the day, because knowing where to go is exactly half of the problem. The link's in the description. I'm Dan Corbett for BlackIron Group.